keeping up recently with some of the videos that I've been uploading, you may have missed that that car behind me, a 2015 BMW M3, has replaced the Audi A1. The Nuke A1 is no more, and the Nuke version 2.0 is right behind me, and I am absolutely in love with this car. If you followed my journey of looking for a new daily, one of the main points that I really wanted to hone my search in on was discovering a new manufacturer, a car that I could explore with you guys and learn together, basically. This video, like I've done with the Lamborghini and the AMG GTS, is my version of getting up close and personal with that car, an in-depth tour done by me. So it's not going to be technical. I'm going to be discovering a lot of stuff as I go along. I've got my cameras with me, so that's essentially the main thing, and I remembered to charge the camera batteries up. There are quite a lot of features on the outside and definitely a ton of features on the inside, so let's get this video underway, let's see what we can discover, and most of all, let's try and learn something. I am a huge fan of the BMW M3 aesthetics. When it first came out, I think I was drawn to the sleeker profile of the BMW M4, which is the two-door version of this car. And the more I'm experiencing it, seeing it from different angles, different lights, this car, firstly, is a lot more aggressive than the BMW M4. Secondly, it's a lot more practical because it's the four-door version, so people can jump in and out, as you would have seen from the previous video, where Zach just jumped in 6'4", and it was incredibly easy for him to sit in the back of the BMW M3. So you don't get that in the M4, which is why I think that car is superior to the M4. First things first, if we are now going to leave the wonderful and muscular exterior of the BMW M3 and start looking at the interior and have a look at what all of the different buttons and infotainment system and what that does, let's unlock the car and open it up completely. So this is the BMW key. We've got unlock. Lock is the BMW badge. You can see I've got electric folding wing mirrors as well. And then that is the boot lid, and it is automatic. So let's open it up. Check this out. I'll do this. I'll hold it down. Automatic. And check out the size of the boot. It is absolutely massive. There is the key. That is how big it is. I mean, I could easily fit in there. I reckon 2 people could fit in the BMW boot. Let's open up all of the doors. We are greeted with white leather, which is very impractical. We've got climate control by the looks of it, or at least air conditioning for the rear passengers. The seats have been protected by about 6 or 7 layers by F1 wax, meaning that the interior will always stay white. Oh, why's the music started? That's spooky. The ignition's not even on. What is going on? There is a ghost. This car is haunted. I think down here, this is how you open the boot. Oh, that was loud. Yes, there we go. There is the 3-litre, 430 PS BMW engine. And we've got carbon struts as standard, which I found out at Dub Customs. But, here we go. This is the BMW M3, completely open. I mean, this looks more of a transformer than my AMG when I opened all of that. We've got 4 doors open, the boot, and the engine. Now, even though that the opening mechanism of the BMW M3 boot is automatic, I haven't actually tried to close it with the key. I have no idea whether it's going to work, but if it's got the open automatic mechanism, it should have the closing mechanism. No, that is the rear reversing camera. So I'm actually going to clean it whilst I'm here. Make sure that I can see what I'm doing. I'm putting fingerprints all over my car. But there we go. Oh. And now, ladies and gentlemen, with the driver's door open and welcoming me inside to the incredibly white leathered interior of the BMW M3, I'm going to step inside. There is going to be a GoPro running seamlessly as if it was already running and has been running throughout the entire video. And then we're going to get into the nitty-gritty of looking at all of the buttons, what they do, what their purpose is, but also trying to discover the specification on this car and trying to work out what things go where and how things work and all of that sort of stuff. So this is definitely the biggest learning curve for me right about now. I've not pressed half of the buttons in there. I've literally just fiddled with the temperature. That's it. So stepping inside the M3, you're greeted with the very small kick plates. But one thing that I've noticed, because this is the 4-door, the doors are incredibly small, literally as big as my hand. And that is because, well, I'm used to the R8, I'm used to the Lamborghini, the AMG. They've all got massive doors that spread like pretty much the entire way down the car. But this, in parking spaces, make it very easy to get in and out of the car. And here we go. This is the interior of the BMW M3. And I'm going to slide in. Please, if you're watching on the GoPro, excuse my attire because I'm wearing a cream hoodie and pink trackies. So inside, we have got white seats, which I've mentioned about 15 million times. We've got a beautifully designed center console that you will find pretty much in every single BMW. And that was one thing that Sam had an issue with the BMW M4, but that was because it wasn't spec'd how this car was spec'd. I have gone for the carbon inlays all the way around here, which should add to how special the car feels, but also how well things are put together. Coming down from the carbon fiber inlays, we've also got gloss piano as a sort of face with all of the buttons inside. And again, I don't think the M4 that Sam drove when he sort of hated this car, it had that. Let's start with down here. This is the drive select gear lever. So I've got reverse, neutral, I've got drive and sport. So I put it into drive and then I put it into sport again. And that basically kicks these paddles alive and I can go through all of the gears like that. Down here, this is where you control all of the systems up here on the screen. So I've got media, radio, menu, telephone, navigation, back option. This thing sort of like spins around and also clicks left and right. Moving on down here, we've got all sorts of buttons. We've got the parking sensors. You can turn them on and off. If you're sat in traffic and they're on, then cars just backing up and backing, your parking sensors could go absolutely mental. So it's good to have that off when you're stuck in traffic. And then here, we have got all of the different settings that customize the setup of this vehicle. So we've got the steering, we can have that in comfort, sport or sport plus. Suspension, we've got it in comfort, sport and sport plus. And then we've also got the engine setup. We can have that in efficient, we can have that in sport, we can have that in sport plus. Okay, here we go. We are starting on the radio. And if I click the radio button, you can see that we've got FM, AM, DAB, which I'm currently on, safe station, which I haven't worked out yet, and sound. Now in sound, we can work on all of the different equalizers that we've got. I can have the Logic 7 surround sound, and yeah, we can fade between front and rear, or left and right, and then obviously bass all the way up and treble all the way up to get the cleanest sound that works for my ears. We've obviously got the media, which is connected to my phone at the moment. Connected drive, which looks like that is the internet. Concierge service. Let's go. I want to see this concierge service. Start service. I'm having a phone call.
Welcome to BMW Connected Drive. Our next available agent will be with you shortly. Thank you for your patience.
Oh my God!
Good morning, you're through to the BMW Concierge Service. You're speaking with Umar. Can I start by taking your name, please?
Yeah, my name's Paul Wallace.
Hi there, Paul. Can I just confirm your license, please?
Yes, it's RJ65.
Yeah.
M for mother, P for papa, E for E.
How can I help you today?
Basically, I picked the car up 2 weeks ago, and I've just found the concierge service on here, and I kind of just wanted to give you a call and see what happens.
I'll just give you a quick brief summary. So basically, like you've called us, it's a 24-hour service. We're here to provide you with points of interest. A quick example would be if you wanted to ask me where the closest McDonald's was to you, I can have a quick look in our system and send that either straight over to your sat nav, depending on whether you've got remote services for your BMW. We're also able to unlock and lock your car remotely. Wow. if you've ever forgotten, you know, your keys, or if you've managed to lock yourself out of your car, we can also do that for you. Wow. I hope I haven't confused you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes total sense. And is it like literally free? Like I can just call you up whenever?
Yeah, so like you said, you just bought your BMW. It depends. Your BMW, it has a subscription length. Some BMWs come with a complimentary one where it can last a year. Some have it for 3 years and 90 days from the day of production. It all depends on each individual model. No
awesome.
worries.
Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend.
Cheers, and
no
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That is the coolest thing ever. Oh, I just had a chat with someone from BMW Concierge and they're probably bugged my car now, so they're probably laughing. But anyway, moving on from the concierge services, we've got messages, mobile care. Oh my God, like what does that do? BMW Online? I think I've got the internet. Vehicle information. We've got trip computer. Consumption 19.2 mpg. Speed 13.9. Efficient dynamics. What's this? Oh my, this is the best thing ever. I've got my own game of consumption history. No idea what happened on those low ones. Efficient dynamics info. But then, look, check this out. I can have a split screen and then have like my location. I can have sat nav. I can do loads of cool stuff. But anyway, I'm gonna remove the split screen. Sports display. Oh, power and torque. What if I rev it? I'm such a child. I am blown away with what this car has to offer. I'm going to turn the engine back off, and then you have to, so you turn it off, and then it says gearbox position in neutral. I'm going to quickly film that actually so that you can see. And then, so once you've turned the start-stop engine, then you hold it, and then that turns everything off. So basically it's a two-step sort of setup to turn the engine off, but it's off now. We're off. There is one button in this car that I have no idea what it does. That button is below me, and it is right there, just in front of the gear select. I don't know what it does, so please put in the comment box below. That is the button. What does it do? I've pressed it a couple of times, both with the engine off and on, and I have no idea what it does. So please, could you help me in terms of understanding this button? It's always the case when I do these idiot tours, because there's one thing that just stumps me. With that being said, I don't think there's anything else to really talk about. We've got windscreen wipers, not windscreen, well, we have got windscreen wipers. We've also got sort of sun visors, door handles. These light up, that's pretty cool. M lights up, but that's at night, and I can't really show you that during the day. Please like if you've enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you want to see next on the BMW M3. Let me know what modifications you also want to see with this car. I've got a few things cooking up here, but I want your guys' suggestions as well. And yes, I'm very, very much looking forward to ownership of this BMW. Thank you for watching, and I will see you very soon. I am so happy with this car.